Hey guys, and welcome back to D&D with Filthy and Friends. Alright, this is gonna be an amazing episode. That's what we're gonna go with. I was struggling on the word for just a second. We are playing a one-off this week, joined by Sui, wave for the camera Sui, as well as DolphinChemist from his amazing Twitch channel, JoINrbs DMing, also from his amazing Twitch channel and YouTube channel, check it out, and Kevin, no Twitch channel or YouTube channel, check it out. And then, of course, me. So, we're here. We've had some conversations prior to this. We seem to be in a good mood. We're playing something special today. You want to explain what we're playing, Steve?
Special.
I mean, I'm going to find out pretty soon, I guess. We're playing some sort of creation of my mind that is a mashup of D&D, the video game FTL, and the board game Space Alert. So that's my favorite board game, my favorite video game, and D&D is my favorite role-playing game. We'll see what happens. I don't really know. Your rogue's name is Survive Steve. Alright. Do you guys want to just get going? And yeah, we'll get going, and I'll describe the rules as we go. How about that?
Yeah.
Do it.
Sure.
I think you'll hit the ground running.
I've changed the name again. It's now JoINrbs.
All right.
So I'm playing as today.
Out between your. All right. So, you're all characters. You have no shared back history, but you're semi-normal D&D fantasy characters is the prompt for character creation. And you wake up in a cold and metallic room. You don't see anyone friendly around, but there are 4 bird cultists.
Like
vile cultists.
Okay.
In this room with you. Do you all see where we are?
Yeah.
All right, good. So you don't have to roll dice for this fight. There's no intention for this to be a difficult fight, but I would like each of you to sort of describe who your character is and how it kills one of these bird cultists, just so we see the party in action to get going.
All right.
Take it away, someone.
Sui, you start.
All right, so my character is named Znathok Thunderfist Nulakiago. He's a Goliath barbarian. He was taken in as a child by a pirate, and basically he just goes around fucking people up and looting shit. And the way he would kill one of these birds is I'm using the battle axe stats, but he walks around with a fucking anchor that's probably like 45 pounds because he's a Goliath, and he just caves in one of these things' skulls with it.
And
right,
useful if your boat is floating off course.
Yeah, that's very true as well.
Excellent. Who'd like to go next? Dolphin?
Yeah, I'll go next, sure. So my character is Dolist. He's a halfling fighter. Don't let his size fool you at all. He takes out his bow. He kind of props it on the ground, which is not that much different size than he is. He takes out a bow, aims very carefully, and takes a maneuvering shot at one of the cultists, and actually knocks one of the cultists into another cultist, so that basically it's headshotting one of the cultists and knocking one of the other cultists down.
Okay.
All right. I like that. Knocking it on the floor so Filthy's character can kill one too.
I'll go next. I'm playing JoINrbs, a half-elf rogue. Goes by Jo to her friends. She's an expert in all sorts of performance and deception and persuasion and this type of thing. Basically, a real people person, but uses this for nefarious ends. So I would begin by a brief, maybe 3 to 4 hour long concert put on mostly on cello, solo celloist. And then as the music kind of rose to its...
Celloist is not a word.
So
Cellist, I think?
Yeah,
Is that it? That
know
sounds right.
Please. This is part of the performance. As you sit there arguing, as the Birdman says, "You're not a celloist, you're a cellist," I would then sneak attack him from the side of the neck and decapitate him while finishing the rising rendition of whatever we were playing.
All right. And that was the cultist who was prone and actually knocked out by Dolist. So, congratulations.
I thought the music knocked him out.
Music gave advantage.
Kevin?
And I am Wind Chi, the stoic monk, and I would pull my long sword wave it in his face, and while he was looking at that, I would punch him in the throat and finish him with an unarmed strike.
Okay.
All right. So we got some dead cultist bodies, and you are in a very odd-looking room. There's some control panel at the... There isn't really a north for this, but at the top of the map side of the room from you. And otherwise, there's nobody really around, but you hear a voice coming over some sort of, like, I don't know, because there's no intercoms or speaker systems where you're from.
Is that a magical mouth I hear?
Well, yes, it is. Bit of an awkward situation we find ourselves in here. I'll just come clean with you. I was contracted by the Elementals to transport you as captive heroes to their plane, and it seems that we've run into a bit of trouble on the way. I'm dead, technically. The ship is keeping me alive for the moment. You'll have to take over and deal with the incoming threats. I'm throwing them up on the display for you now.
I walk over to the display.
Yeah, if you zoom out on the map, you should be able to see on all four sides of your spaceship there are incoming enemies.
Okay. So we've got an asteroid, 2 troop transports, and a rift strafer.
2 rift strafers, it looks like. There's one on the bottom, too.
Okay, one.
And the asteroid has a disruptor behind it.
Okay. Right.
So, in this game, all the information is public for you. I've made handouts and character cards for everything that's going on. Your proficiencies give you unique perks in interacting with this spaceship, and you can find out what the rooms of the spaceship do by looking at the room handouts as well. There's a bunch of information, but this is sort of all the information that there is. So, we can either try to work our way through the information now, and you guys can come up with a plan and take the situation on, or I can, like, narratively walk you through doing something where I slowly teach you stuff, whichever you prefer.
What would be least painful?
I think
And
you
then
guys
we'll
should
do it
try
the
to
other
work
way.
it out.
Yeah.
We'll whichever the least painful is, we'll do it the other way, please.
Yeah.
'Cause-
All right. Yeah. Work it out. Work it out. So, this is all combat time. The 6 on the asteroid means that it's 6 range out. So in 6 turns, it will be hitting the red side of your ship. Asteroids impact for as much health points as they have left. So it currently has 10 health points. And the ways you have to deal with that are your 2 guns or your missiles.
Where do we
Can be
see the
launched
health
from
points
bottom
of the
ship.
asteroid?
In the journal for this game, there's an asteroid, and in bioinfo it says HP 10, starts at distance 6 and moves 1 closer to ship every turn, and packs after 6 turns, dealing remaining HP and damage to the side of the ship facing.
Okay. Got that.
Now you can turn the ship. The guns will shoot. The red gun right now can shoot at the asteroid or at the rift strafer above it, so it can shoot up or right. If you
Okay.
turned the ship, you could get it so both of the guns can shoot at the asteroid at the same time. The missiles at the bottom of the ship can currently shoot down, right, or left. If you turn the ship, they could be made to shoot at the asteroid too. And missiles will take 3 turns to arrive, whereas lasers will arrive on the turn you shoot them. So you can try to set up some sort of salvo.
Is there an
Set up a
advantage?
salvo.
I guess this might
Oh,
be...
yeah. The disruptor behind the asteroid will cancel 1 shot aimed at the zone that it's in every turn. So if you try to just shoot 1 laser at the asteroid every turn, that disruptor is going to screw you completely. You're never going to get a shot through.
Okay.
Okay.
So trying to work out how to set up a salvo against the asteroid would be a big thing. And you also have 2 troop transports coming in and rift strafers who are going to deal damage to you if you want to deal with that stuff as well. You can work
How
out
much
to
health
try to do
does the
that.
disruptor have? It doesn't say in its thing.
It has 2 something. It'll die to 1 attack. However,
The asteroid's probably blocking it right now.
yeah, so unless you have one of the proficiencies which lets you target, I believe Insight lets you make a targeted shot against,
Yeah,
Yeah.
guided shot.
you're always going to be shooting at the nearest thing in the zone.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot.
At some point, I want to completely stop talking and let you guys work this out, and I can answer questions.
Okay, well, I've got 10 fucking proficiencies, so I need a minute. So,
Is there a handout somewhere that tells us the total HP of the ship that we're currently on? Or is
The
it
red dots on the sides of the ship, those are hull points.
Okay, that's hull integrity.
If
Okay.
you lose all the hull from one side of the ship, you're dead.
Yeah, I
So
mean, back
if
into
you're
space,
absorbing
right?
damage on one side of the ship, you could turn the ship to start absorbing damage on a different side of the ship, and that could keep you alive. You also have 3 shields, so the first 3 damage you take is going to come out of shields, and you are able to refill shields in the
where do we
reactor.
see shields?
They're
I
right
think
in the
those
middle.
blue
The
dots
little
down there.
the little green dots are shields.
Ah,
The
okay.
blue dots are
Green
power.
dots.
Power is consumed to do stuff. So if you're firing the weapon in the red room, you're going to consume a power from the red reactor.
Okay.
So this would get taken away. And once you've consumed all of those, you're going to have to pull some over from the main reactor.
How much does the main
Gunfire.
reactor start with? I didn't see that.
Main
Five,
reactor is
five.
5 right now,
5? Okay, sorry.
and you can create another 3 with an interaction with it. So all the interactions with stuff in this game are generally pretty easy DC 11s, which require, there are like 4 different skills you can roll them for. Or there are a lot of proficiencies which modify stuff, so you may automatically pass with some of the characters, or some of the characters may know that they're going to pass, or whatever.
I want to check the fuel cells in the main reactor. Each one turn to 3. Is that true or no?
The main reactor has unlimited fuel in it. Right now it has 5 of the small fuel cells. And you can go create another 3 of those at any point, and you can have as many stored in there as you want.
And when we transfer, we can only transfer a maximum of 3 left or right.
Yeah.
Because
The
that's all
side
those
reactors
hold.
can only have 3 total in them.
Okay.
And are those stairs leading from?
Yes.
Okay, got
There are stairs to the left and right, but not in the middle.
it. Okay.
So you have to go around to get to the reactor. If you have acrobatics, you can take stairs as a free move. If you have athletics, you can you can go through a room as a free move, once per battle for both of those. So you can get somewhere fast if you need to.
And the large blue arrows are just indicating up from down, left from right, or they indicate
That's showing where power goes, the flow of power out from the main reactor and into the room.
Gotcha.
So our immediate threat then is what happens when the vile cultists land? How do we kill them?
Good question. So they're going to go into whatever room the troop transport touches. So if this upper troop transport were to come in, it would go in the blue top
Okay.
left room.
Do they blow through our
Well-
walls, or is it just somehow they?
docking.
Yeah.
They'll board into the room. While they're in there, you won't be able to use any systems in the room, and they'll deal 1 hull damage to each of the... Okay, so they would deal 1 hull damage to the top hull and 1 damage to the left hull right now, every turn, while they were controlling that room. If you go in there and kill them, they'll be dead.
How do you kill them?
The cultists have like 9 HP, so you kill them with 1 round of combat. The 1 round of combat does cost you a round for everything else moving, though.
Okay. So
So let me check. That means
Everybody should roll initiative, by the way.
the troop transport at 3 will be here in 3 rounds.
Yes. So you can shoot those down. Like, you could turn the ship left.
yeah, I was just
and
looking at that. Shoot
both
both
the
troop
guns.
transports.
Shooting both of the guns will kill one of them, and shooting both of the guns again will kill the other. But you still have all the other stuff going on at the same time.
Why does shooting both the guns kill one of them? Don't the guns do 1 damage and they have 3 health?
The guns deal 2 damage.
2 damage. Okay, and
And
what
they
do the
have
missiles deal for damage?
4. But the missiles take 3 turns to arrive.
What happens? What goes if we launch a missile this round and the thing arrives in 3 turns? Does it hit the thing, or does the thing arrive first?
It will hit the thing. You guys go before the bad guys do.
Okay.
Or good guys? I don't.
I mean, it's probably a mixed bag.
Yeah.
The rebels.
Yeah, we should definitely be the Empire.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
agreed.
Okay. So what we need to do then is, well, we have two immediate threats on the left. Seems like
Sweet
those are
dude.
probably the pressing things to deal with, and only one of them can be dealt with. I mean, I guess we could. So the missiles at the back can't shoot left. They're not on the corners like the guns.
Yes, they can.
Missiles can shoot left or right or down.
Okay.
Right.
So we don't even have to rotate to kill both of those. We can launch a missile at the one transport and a gun at
But
the
it
other.
takes 3 turns to arrive. So
But we've already clarified that it.
Yeah, the one on the bottom's 3 turns out, so it should
okay.
hit it and blow it up. So
Right.
yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Alright,
can't
so-
launch the missile this turn though.
You what?
I mean, that's true. We'd have to we can't actually get to the room down there to launch it this turn, though.
Oh, I thought some of us had the ability to move around for free. That takes rounds to move.
Yes.
I have. I mean,
Fire.
it's. I think it's 1 extra room per battle. And is a battle like a round of combat, or is that like the entire
battle is this.
encounter?
This is a
It's-
battle.
Okay, the entire encounter then. Okay, got it. Because presumably after we deal with this stuff, more stuff's gonna come and get in on us.
Steve, you might have already said this, but if you did, I didn't hear it. So moving a room is a round.
Yeah.
We actually have to move square by square, don't we?
If you're in a room, you can move square by square, but no, in general, you just move a room. That's fine.
Okay, so
It's
really,
not
like,
intended to be
if we need to
perfectly
deal
scale.
with, if we want to deal with these troop transports before we arrive, we need to rotate left because that's the only timing we can get to shoot weapons that are going to do that, right? So, 1 rotation left puts the gun in range of the lower troop transport, and then we shoot them both. Next turn.
Do they do the damage at the end of the turn that they dock, or on the start of their next turn to the hull? Because like
They'll
presumably,
start doing their damage the turn after they dock.
okay, so presumably we could let one of the transports dock, and one of us can just be in there, like 2 of us can be in there to kill them, and we can deal with these rift strafers because they only have 1 hit point, so we can like blast the one at the top immediately, so we don't have to worry about it doing any damage to the northern hull. And then the one at the bottom we can shoot a missile at, and it'll do whatever, like 2 damage to the southern hull because it shoots only on odd numbered rounds at odd range.
Yeah,
Rather,
we'll shoot this
so-
round and
Yeah,
Uh,
so
yeah,
we would take 2 to the bottom hole there. Both of the transports will be dead, and then the top rift strafer will be dead, and we'll only have to worry about dealing with the asteroid there, which we have 6 turns to deal with, so we can just like dump power, like firepower, and do it immediately super hard. And then I have does anybody else have athletics?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, I can repair 1 hull point after each battle on presumably one of the outer holes. Like I have to choose. I presume I get to choose one. So we'll be missing 1 hull point at the end of this combat here, then probably, which isn't super bad. And then how many things is that? I mean, we can worry about the power consumption. We can probably get pretty close to back to full
you'll
power
get
on each
the
side.
power consumption back at the end of the battle.
Combat too. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Excellent.
your power and shields will recharge fully. at the
Oh
end of
right,
the
we have 3 points of shielding too, so I don't think it even matters. I think we can get out of this combat without taking any actual damage because of the 3 points of shielding.
Okay, so let's play that through then. And see
Does anybody else have sleight of hand? Sorry.
no.
All right.
Yep. Believe so.
Okay, got it.
I think I do. Yeah, nope. I do not.
Okay. Jorbs, can you describe the control panel for the ship? Because we're in the bridge right now, right? So that should be visible.
So the control panel is very futuristic and metallic and scary and looks exactly like the wheel for a ship. And just
That's
imagine that you'd
familiar.
have to like turn it and then the ship would turn. With your proficiency in hand maneuvers and stuff, you feel like you'd be very adept at getting it to do what you wanted it to do.
Do I
Got
have
it.
proficiency in using that because I have training with vehicles water if it's like an actual standard wheel?
This is in space, Sui.
I understand that it's in space, but it's the same kind of wheel, right? Like presumably some of that skill would transfer over. I mean, it's 3 dimensions, but
I'll give you advantage on the roll. It's only a DC 11. Give you an advantage if you seal up.
I was just curious about that because I have vehicles water from my pirate background, and navigator's tools, which I don't think are all that helpful since I don't know where any of the stars are relative to where we are.
Okay.
I was gonna have a background. You're between planes right now, so if you look out of the ship through like the cockpit window, you can see like rips in like fabric. Is
all kinds
what
of
the
crazy
different
colors
worlds
and
look
stuff.
like, and they're all sorts of crazy colors and things. And
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we don't go to the far realms.
All right. So let's see a round of this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So I guess I gotta reroll my initiatives, I suppose.
sorry,
That's okay.
Transports. Intimidation is once per battle? Yeah. So I can just immediately vaporize one of these troop transports with my intimidation proficiency on one of these guns. The one that's 2 out, I can immediately destroy that with 1 energy usage. Oh, it's a DC 16 to hit, but still.
Why does it keep changing the names? Oh, because it's a different character token? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to, since you have access to 2 tokens, you have to select your token in the drop down there. Like what you want the name to be
I'll
as.
change the name of the
Thanks.
token for you.
Okay. So, all right. So, so Kevin's up first, and what does he do? Whatever he wants to do. What do you want to do, Kevin?
It sounds like somebody's going to be spinning the ship. Somebody needs to be firing the blue laser cannon. And somebody needs to be heading down toward the missiles for future missile firing. Is that true?
Yeah, I can head down towards the missile to get the missile out at the southern rift strafer.
Yeah, I was thinking that I should...
We weren't rotating the ship, were we? I thought we weren't rotating the ship.
I don't think we need to immediately now.
Okay. Because we're letting the 3 troop transport land.
Yeah. I think what we need to do is send somebody to the upper to the red northern room and shoot that laser gun at the rift strafer at the top to prevent damage to the northern hull. Somebody needs to go to the left-turn one right there, and if I go onto that laser, I can immediately vaporize the transport troop if I hit because I have intimidation. And then the turn after that, I can move 2 squares to the missile room and get ready to launch a missile at something. This rift strafer down here, right? Maybe. Yeah. And then somebody else can go out to the red laser gun or whatever and get ready to start pumping into the asteroid if we swing the ship. Or no, we don't even need to swing the ship because we can send missiles out to the right, from the position we're in right now. So
Yeah, it doesn't sound like we have to swing the ship.
yeah, I think we're fine position-wise the way that we are right now with 3 shield points. So I guess just get to the guns and start firing them
Okay.
as quickly as possible. And if we're going to do that, I can make my way down to the missiles because I can skip this this first room for free and then get all the way to the missile room this turn, right? So
I'm wondering, I can auto-fire weapons with perception, right? So I could go down and just set the missiles fire and forget and let them go.
There are only 2 missiles, though.
2 total?
2 total for this battle. You can remount missiles between battles. You have a stockpile, but they're like a lengthy loading process. You
it's
can't do that
cumbersome.
mid-battle.
Oh, okay. So we have 2 missiles total then. All right.
So we need to actually...
Okay, that changes things quite a bit.
It's going to be much harder to pare down that asteroid and disruptor then.
Yeah, I think we should save the missiles for the asteroid then probably, and we probably do want to rotate the ship then so we can get both of the missiles in range, right? And then launch both of the missiles on consecutive turns after we obliterate the Northern Rift Stalker and this troop transport, we can rotate and use the laser to kill the Southern Rift Stalker, and then we can just blow up the 3 transport by putting people in the room there before they do any hull damage.
Our problem is that Disruptor disrupts the first damage anything takes in a round. So
the first weapon shot which impacts it or an enemy ship. So since the missiles take 3 turns to get there, by the time the missiles are going to get there, we should be able to swing around and shoot the laser at it to eat the disruptor shot, and then the missiles will impact for damage or whatever.
That's the point exactly. We need to fire those so that it's timed so that we can turn back and add laser fire.
Yep.
So we don't want to fire them this round. We want to fire them on round 3.
Yeah, probably round 3. Well, we can't fire. I can get to the room down there, I think, this turn, because it's 1, and then I skip the next room with athletics for free. And then that'll be whatever round 2. I can wait around, or I can generate some extra power in that first round or whatever. Right? With my action. So
we're spinning the ship.
I think we need to spin the ship 1 to the left, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to need to spin it back to the right afterwards. But
which is 3 rounds of spinning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to need to...
I automatically succeed on all maneuvering, so...
Okay, well, we need to spin it left once to deal with the Southern Rift Strafer, and then we can spin it back to the right once to get the lasers to be able to shoot the asteroid.
So it might be worth Duelist then being our bridge captain, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I automatically, unless from sleight of hand, because I have sleight of hand, so that gives me automatic succession on all maneuvering.
Yeah, and I have animal, so I can automatically succeed on rolls to generate power or transfer power to shields.
Yep, I've got that too.
So,
all right, so what else am I good at? I can run around. Great.
It's handy.
Roll to fire weapons automatically succeed. So I would not be a bad weapon choice. And I can transfer power relatively well. All right, so we should not bother firing the red one until we've rotated back because it'll just get soaked by the disruptor. Is that true?
So we fired at the Rift Strafer up top.
Yeah, you fire the red one at the Rift Strafer up top, and we fire the blue one at the 2 out transport ship, which I could do too, because I could use my intimidation roll on that to double the damage, which would one-shot it if it hit.
All right, I'm going to run red, and I can't pick up there. I'm going to run red and fire that one at the Rift Strafer. Is that what you're doing around? Move and attack?
You move, unless you can free move. You have to move, and that's your entire turn. So if you have a free move from athletics, is the only way you'd be able to move for free into a room right now. Or there's a perk which lets you move toward. Is it performance?
Yeah.
There's a perk that lets you move towards somebody for free once per battle. If they have it.
Each ally can move from an adjacent room into your room as a free action. I guess that's persuasion.
So
what's performance?
Yeah. Persuasion.
Well,
each ally can move from an adjacent room into your room as a free action once per battle. So if somebody had that and moved into the red room before somebody else, then you could take the free move into the red room this round.
Is it time sensitive, that laser?
That.
Is it time sensitive?
Yeah, which one is? So shooting the troop transport's time sensitive, right? The left one?
Somebody has to go to each one of these rooms and be prepared to fire next round. But the first firing, the blue firing, is the critical one because it.
And who gets the auto pass on lasers?
I can take an auto pass with. I think that's perception, right? No, that's auto fire. Excuse me.
DC
I
rolls
think,
can be made for Arcana, Insight, or Perception.
I think I automatically hit using perception, right?
Okay, why don't we send you to the blue side? You can shoot it next turn.
Because I think Sui was going to double damage with it.
I mean, I can go just shoot it right now. I can use my free movement to get into the room for free, and then I can just use intimidation to brute force it and just blow it up right now.
All right, so do that. So that's. Do we need this turn order? Is turn order relevant?
Yes, turn order is super relevant.
Why?
Because can I tell them why?
Sure.
Because when I fire this laser, it's going to burn up one of the blue tokens in the lower red reactor, right? That's my power crystal.
Okay.
So it's going to burn up one of those. And then say we get hit and that, or I fired a second time, somebody's going to have to be down in the main reactor by the third time I fire this, or I'm going to have no more power, and I'm going to be clicking away at a trigger up here with nothing happening. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have the sequence right, if the person who...
But part of the game is rolling initiative and then figuring out like who needs to go when?
Right.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
If you take your action to dash, can you move 2 rooms? Is that how that works?
No. There's no...
Okay.
There are just the 2 free moves, or 3 free moves, actually, from proficiency.
So that's not a thing.
Okay, when she has moved. JoINrbs. Make your decision.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going to be rolling shittily on lasers on the most important one. That seems terrible. Maybe that should be someone with slightly better stats for that. I'm looking at you, Dolphin.
Well, so I'm wondering, for instance, somebody's going to have to fire those missiles on round 3 or 4.
Sui's going to be there for that. He's moving there now. We've already had that part of the conversation, right?
Well, except he's going to...
I thought it was vaporizing.
That's round 2, and then he gets... Okay.
Well, who's going to fire the blue laser on round 3 then, on that troop transport?
Yeah.
Right?
But also, rolling on lasers is not free. So, like, I have no laser skills for shooting that. Like, I can shoot it, but it rolls against a -1, and I have to hit DC 11. That seems pretty fucking unlikely. In one roll. Yeah. Where did this? Okay, and of course we get the round this way. Okay. I mean, I can move there, and maybe we can move someone there sooner. So I'm gonna move to the blue room. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we need to spread out anyway, so.
Okay. Alright.
Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to use my free action with athletics to move to the blue room. I'm going to fire this laser with my intimidation.
Do you only get one of those per game, Sui?
That's one per battle. The battle resets after this.
Why don't we use the other one then? Why don't we use my one that lets you free? So...
I think it has to be somebody in the room for you to do that, right?
No, each ally can move from an adjacent room into your room, not counting stairs, as if it were free action once per battle.
Oh,
that's
an
persuasion. So yeah, so I'll use my persuasion proficiency. I assume I don't have to activate it. It's a passive. He can move into my room. Okay, so I'll take that off my existing ones to use this round then.
All right,
and
cool.
You can move in for free, and then you can shoot or whatever this round.
Yep, I'm gonna take a blast at this thing with the intimidation thing. Okay. So I need to make blue side weapons. DC can be perception. So I do a perception test with the DC 11.
Is DC... Wait.
Or, well...
If you're brute forcing, it's DC 16, right?
What is brute force?
Yeah.
Why don't you just take a regular shot? What's wrong with the regular shot?
I think I should just take the regular shot. I didn't notice it was a different DC. Yeah, I'll probably just take a regular shot here then with perception against the troop transport that's 2 away. Right?
All right, sure.
Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely right. All right, so perception. Hit it. Right? Right.
So that troop's dead?
It's got 1 hit point left. I think they have 3 HP.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of these energy crystals has exploded.
Why did you put a red dot in the southern one?
I'm showing you guys their HP.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Got it. Sweet.
Oh, that one gained more health? Okay. Oh, you're duplicating there. I got it. Okay.
Okay.
So, why did we not? I guess it's Dolphin now. He could rotate us if we want to.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll go ahead and step up to the beautiful metallic wheel. Kind of appreciate the craftsmanship. And then just kind of lunge over and pull down on the left side of the wheel, spinning the ship.
Okay.
Of course, before all of this, I look flustered, given our situation, and I go, Tim! And then I go forward and maneuver.
All right, so
I immediately
You-
throw up into a pretty metallic cylinder somewhere nearby.
you turned counterclockwise, right? To aim at the troop
Yes.
transports?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Wow.
That's trippy to watch.
Everybody clapped. Yeah.
Is it better to...
Do
The
we-
other way I can do this is I can move all the other stuff around
This
you.
is good.
No, I think
Oh,
that was
this
good.
This is good?
This is, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and what happened with the we lose a energy or something for that?
Yeah.
Yes, so
Out of
that
the main reactor.
consumes an energy from the main reactor, and you consumed an energy from the left reactor.
Okay, and the
The
middle
blue
one was
reactor.
okay. All right. So now it's top of the round again?
Now
2 moves
all
closer.
the other stuff happens. So I wanted to use like status bars to show their range, but I think they're too small to actually see. So I think I'm just going to use like freehand numbers, unless somebody knows a better way to do it on Roll20. Can you see that they have statuses? Like they have
Barely,
a foot
yeah.
with a
Yeah, they're very
number,
small.
Just
but
I
you
Yeah,
can't really even
it's
see that.
like
right?
ridiculously tiny. It would be very nice if you could enlarge the size of the status relative to the token. But
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't think there's a way to do that.
So everything moves closer. You take damage from a couple of rift strafers as well. So 2 of your shields are gone as those open fire on this turn. And it's your turn again.
I don't think I realized any of them had ranged.
They only
Actually,
fire
rifts-
on odd numbered turns.
Oh, out
So
of range. Look at that.
Yep, so they won't attack again this turn, but if they're still around 2 turns from now, or next turn, rather, they will attack
yeah.
again.
Right.
Shields are hit, guys! Pull it together. We got incoming everywhere.
Okay. So I assume you're gonna move the turn order for us and we'll be Winchi again? Okay. This poor monk, when he was designed, he was probably not expecting to be firing giant laser hand pistols out of a spaceship.
Yeah.
And
No, I knew my destiny. It was prophesied by the wild woman in the woods.
Hmm.
So troop
I-
transport on the
yeah.
north or
Yeah.
finish the rift strafer that's picking away at us.
No, troop transport.
Probably the troop transport is the most important thing to hit there, because like if you miss, then I can take a shot at it and kill it. And the Riftstalkers aren't going to shoot us at the start of the next turn. They're going to move forward, and then at the start of that turn, they're going to shoot at us.
With
So-
perception, I believe that ship weapon fire automatically succeeds.
Correct?
Oh, really?
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Oh,
Why did we roll last time then? Doesn't
I don't
say
know.
something.
I
Did you-
I
did
didn't
you?
read that part. I just read the lock part. Yeah, I had proficiency. I didn't actually even need to roll that. So cool.
Wait, does that mean
That's,
Arcana rolls as well? DC rolls can be Arcana, Insight, or Perception, it says. But it says DC rolls. Those are the weapon sides. Is it
Rolls
just...
to fire ship weapons regularly automatically succeed. If you have perception, you are able to shoot a gun in its normal mode, and it will always hit.
Okay, but just
Okay.
perception. It's not because I was looking at the weapons themselves, and it says there's 3 things associated with the perception: Arcana and something else.
Yeah,
Not
so
those.
That's part of the
Arcana
perception
is another
proficiency.
thing you can roll for them, but it doesn't auto pass.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, then I'm going to be very bad at firing weapons since I don't have perception. I think everybody else does.
That's all right. You can be our energy monkey.
Yeah.
All right, so sounds like I'm supposed to finish off this northern troop transport.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Yep, I'll shoot him.
All right, you dead.
Okay.
And his vile cultists.
Are all the rooms connected? No.
There's no stairs between the 2 central rooms.
Okay, then I will, on my turn, I will move to this room. I'm good.
And we're probably, you might be reactor girl and run back and forth and throw us blue chips.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm assuming I'm going to be doing for at least this round. I gained
All right,
2
I'm gonna-
proficiencies
Well, we
next
need
round.
somebody back there for missiles too, right? But then again, that's kind of a big resource to give somebody that may fail on firing it, right?
Yeah.
It's not a waste missile.
Yeah, it would be a waste.
Yeah. So,
All right. Well, I'm going to. I think I'm gonna blast the Southern Rift Strafer, right? And we're just gonna kill these 3 cultists because a single person kills a single one of them, right?
Yeah, but they're doing
have, like,
damage
9
to our
points.
hull pretty fast.
If
That-
you're in the room fighting them, they'll attack you, not the hull.
Yeah.
but they'll only attack, like one of them will attack
Why
one.
aren't you
or-
killing that, Sui?
They'll all attack. They'll all attack Sui.
Why don't you
Yeah.
attack the troop? Why don't you kill the troop transfer? I don't understand. It'll take you 2 rounds to do it, but so what? Also, why does it take 2 rounds? I thought you shot it last round. Oh, you shot the other one. Okay,
And the shot the
Yeah.
top one last round.
sure, but what's the problem with killing troop transport?
I mean, there isn't really a specific problem with it. The only thing that I'm concerned with is we're going to be taking 1 more point of damage from the Rift Stalker, and it's going to nuke our shields. And I don't know if we're actually going to be able to get this asteroid down in time or not. And I can just beat the shit out of these cultists myself. Like, I've got 100%. I've got 35 HP and rage, so they do half damage to me. Like, I can literally just kill them all myself pretty quickly, I imagine.
Which might be the
I see.
more efficient route. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just time-wise, I'm not concerned about my HP. It's a resource, so I think it's probably safer to kill the strafers right now, and then just have me kill these cultists while everybody else piles into the back to get ready to shoot this asteroid. By the time that I'm done killing them, we should be able to spin the thing around, and I should be able to provide the firing of the laser for the asteroid. So. All right, yeah, let's commit to that if everybody's cool with it. I'm gonna kill the Southern Rift Strafer.
Okay.
Rather use my HP than the ship's HP. I don't have to roll. I have proficiency in perception. I just didn't realize that it did that last time.
I have something to use on you too, Sui. I don't know if I have to actively do this or not, but the religion proficiency allows me to complete all of combat in 1 round for you guys. So when they land, rather than taking 3 rounds for you to kill the cultist, we can kill them in 1 round. So that should
Get
get
you in
you.
an
Wow.
adjacent room. Spends time in a room alone in combat.
I don't have to be in that room or anything, Steve, right?
Nope.
Until your next turn, all incoming external damage is a 10% chance to miss the ship. Okay, sweet. Invigorate.
That's super
that's
cool.
yeah,
Okay.
that's insane. Let's just do that then.
Right.
I'll
So
just
they'll
kill
land.
them all instantly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you're not shooting this round, then. But it's not. It is you. So I guess what can he do there? Can't do
He
anything.
shot the rift strafer.
I killed
Yeah,
the
he
Rift
shot the
Strafer
Rift
on the
Strafer.
bottom.
Okay. Okay.
So we're
cool,
back
cool.
to Duelist.
Okay,
again.
gotcha.
yeah, back to me now. So right now, this is actually a good position for the ship to be in, right?
Yeah.
Because
You
that's
could
the thing. We need
actually-
to be able to shoot the missiles at the asteroid, and then we're going to flip around afterwards, and then be able to shoot the lasers. So if we
Yeah.
maneuver the ship at all right now,
It fucks
we're kind of
things up.
screwing ourselves.
I
No,
agree.
no, you could
No,
start
no.
spinning back.
No, because if
Yeah,
he
you
moves
can
right
shoot-
now, if he
No,
moves right
because,
now,
you can shoot the 3 sides that they're adjacent to, right? So if he spins it back, the missiles
yeah,
can
but
still
where does
shoot
that
the
troop
asteroid.
transport? We want that troop transport to hit you, right?
It-
He can
it-
just
it's-
move 1 room south.
Yeah, I can just move.
Yeah, I can still
Okay.
move counterclock. I can still move clockwise, hypothetically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's I can just move rooms. It's the same thing either way. So
Unless we want. Do we want the missiles to be en route before we do that? I don't think so. I think we want the ship rotated enough to get both lasers in.
Okay.
yeah, I think it's fine either way.
Yeah. Well, the main thing is that eventually we're able to shoot those missiles at the asteroid, and then we can rotate to make sure that the lasers are within range. But so
I think
both
you
those
start.
missiles, yeah, both those missiles can shoot
Sides.
all three sides, all sides too. Okay, all both missiles. Okay, so I'll just rotate the ship 90 degrees
Clockwise.
clockwise. As I'm doing so, I say, Tim, you say they're keeping you alive? Shouting.
An odd bargain. An odd bargain.
I'm glad they're keeping you alive so I can kill you myself.
Oh, it'd be nice, but I don't think the employers would like that. They're sticklers. Sticklers for a contract.
Go back to focusing on my duties.
All right, Winchi. Oh, that's the end of the round. So, troop transport comes one closer. Everything comes one closer. You don't take any damage this round. You're good, Winchi. Take it away. I'm gonna write the numbers appropriately.
Seems to me I need to shoot the Northern Rift Strafer now.
Oh, I didn't realize I only had one fucking HP. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, that'd be kind of good.
I mean, you could do that, or I've got my free move, so I can shoot the Northern Rift Strafer and then move down to
Is
the
it
room to
athletics
intercept
repeated
the
for
eyes.
moves or one per battle? I feel like most
One
of these
per
are
battle.
one per battle.
One
Oh,
per
right, because
battle.
we used mine, didn't we? Okay. I see.
Yeah, you used yours though, so I can move down and intercept these guys and kill the northern thing, and you can start moving down towards the missiles, if you want to do that.
I don't think. I think you should save that because we might need it for popping extra energy or intercepting. I don't know. I worry about you using that just for a move when I can kill this guy, and me shooting anything else at this point is a total waste.
Yeah,
Like
that's fair.
shooting at the asteroid is a waste.
Yeah, I can just move down on my next turn and save the athletics in case I need to use it for an emergency or something.
Are missiles blue side
And
and,
move towards
red
the
side
missiles.
weapons? Steve?
Yes.
Sorry, what?
Missiles are blue side and red side weapons?
Missiles
It's
can
a-
go to blue side or red side. Both of them can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like 100 and
No, I'm not asking.
270
I'm asking
degrees
You
when
or
just
to
can't
fire
shoot
them.
the front of the
To
ship.
fire
yeah.
them, you use the same things as you'd use for a blue side weapon or a red side weapon to fire them?
Oh, I see what you're asking. In reactor room, it should say fire missile, consume a power crystal at the nearest enemy behind blue side or red side of the ship.
Oh, I see. It's under there. I was expecting missiles to be a separate thing.
wrote
Okay.
that was sorry. Yeah, that uses an Arcana, Insight, or Perception roll, like your lasers.
But perceptions
I-
auto pass, the other two are not.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and
it's
the energy comes from the respective side that they're supposed to be on.
The energy comes from the main reactor.
The main
Main
reactor.
reactor. Okay, cool. Got it.
And so somebody's going to have to be in the center in just a minute to start pumping energy sideways, and somebody's going to have to be pulling energy. Or no, you can only pull energy, right? So someone has to be in the blue reactor in order to pull energy, because the next time we use the laser there, it's empty. True.
Okay, I'll get into the center room. I have nothing else to do since I can't
Yeah.
fire weapons, so that makes
And
sense.
I'm also, I think we're pretty much done maneuvering for this combat, right? Is there any reason we need to move around? Do we need the blue side laser for any reason to be rotated
yeah,
near?
damage on the asteroid would be good eventually, right?
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
I think we've got at least
we
one
can
more
shoot
turn.
We can shoot the asteroid right now with every single weapon we have. The way
Nope.
the ship is
No,
arranged.
The blue one.
the blue one
Blue can't reach it.
Blue
I thought that
shoots-
it was.
shoots front or left.
Oh, is it? I thought it was front, left, or right. Okay,
Nope.
excuse me.
Nope,
Okay,
that's just
got it.
missiles. So we've got one more 90-degree turn to do, but then we're going to be pumping out a whole ton of energy, and we've got to have
Yeah.
people downstairs
Yeah.
shoving
Okay.
energy.
So what are you
Can't
doing?
do it this
I'm
time
going to
around.
shoot the Northern Rift Strafer,
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
and that's an auto hit by perception.
Okay.
All right, dead.
Once we get a handle on what we're doing here, this will probably move a lot faster.
Yeah, I think episode 1's going to be learning, so that's where we're at right now. So,
Yeah.
all right, next up is...
Although it's going to be a lot harder next
Yeah, I mean,
time.
this is like the mook fight to get adjusted to what's going on here. So.
Okay, so I'm moving in to the main reactor, right? Like, I can't generate in those secondary reactors. I have to generate in the main reactor, right? Red side reactor, transfer 3 power from the main to this room. But can I do that in the main reactor too? Can I transfer from that room to a different place?
If you have sleight of hand, you can throw 1 energy to a side room, but otherwise you have to actually go to the room to transfer energy.
So that was the question: is when you're in the blue room, do you want to pull 2? You can have a maximum of 3, so while you're there, you could pull 2.
Yeah, I think that's probably wise.
Before you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, it's 1 shot to shoot the laser. We're gonna rotate 1. How many blue lasers are we gonna need to kill that asteroid?
I would.
At least 2.
Yeah, at least 2.
So to do that, let me take a look at what its roles. Room. This is room. Then blue reactor. Blue side reactor. What do I do for this? Blue side reactor. DC roles can be animal handling, medicine, nature, religion, or survival. Charisma's not very valuable in this game, is it, Steve? Animal handling, medicine, nature, religion, or survival.
Charisma's for piloting.
Animal handling gives you an automatic pass on the transfers.
Does it? I don't have animal handling.
Yep.
Can't do that. So it's another roll. Medicine, nature, religion, or survival. It's gonna be a survival or a nature roll. Probably a survival roll. Okay, so I'll make a survival roll to pass that. And why is it so low? Survival's wisdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I don't have my stats in there properly.
It should be double too from the expertise or
Yeah,
proficiency.
okay, sure. Right. That's a fail. Okay. All right. I'll double
You
check.
only have a +3 with the proficiency?
I will double check in the break for the stats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I can. Should I use my free movement to pull power into the blue room? Because I could do that. Is that worth it? Probably not.
Nobody's firing it for a minute.
Yeah.
Somebody will be soon, but
Yeah. I mean, I can.
I mean, I can move over to the blue weapon and shoot down the troop transport, but we're still planning on just letting him land.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use my free movement. I'll just save it. I'm just gonna move down and get ready to kill these mooks in here that are coming in shortly.
Okay.
Duelist.
So, do we want to go ahead and turn the ship this turn? Do we want to keep it where it is?
No.
We want the mooks to get in the room that I'm in. If you turn the ship now, they're gonna be in a completely empty room, and it's gonna be real bad.
And the missiles have to be fired before you turn again.
Yeah, exactly. So we definitely can't turn 9 degrees clockwise. That wouldn't make any sense at all. Okay, so I'm trying to think of something helpful I can do with my turn. Right now, pretty much the most helpful thing I can do is maneuver. I can either sit put, or I can maneuver down and help with combat on troop landing to do any type of maneuver helping, because I can take a free trip down those stairs using acrobatics. I was trying to think if there's just an advantage to staying put, but it'd be nice to be somewhere in near power where I can help. How many turns from now do we think we'll have to maneuver?
2? Because somebody has to go left, or sorry, go center and fire. So that's at least 2 steps. And I believe...
Okay, you guys know that missiles take 3 turns to arrive, right?
Yeah. You said that a couple times.
I'll do that a couple times. All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we have a problem because it's 4 rounds out. If we don't fire next round...
Oh shit! Maybe I should use my free movement to go into the missile room then, and then I can fire it. No, yeah, then I can fire at least one of them next round. That'll impact guaranteed, and that'll do what 3? So that lowers the asteroid damage to 7. Jesus, that's terrible.
We are in trouble.
Yeah, we did math real bad there.
Because that also leaves Joe fighting the borders, potentially.
I don't really care.
How many missiles? How many missiles do you fire in the round? Do you fire both of them?
Just
You
one.
just fire one each round.
We are in huge trouble unless those get fired this round, next round, right?
Well, I mean, nobody can fire him this round.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I guess
right?
I could if I use my free movement. I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. You might need to.
Well, no, I wouldn't be able to fire it this round. It would have to be next round because I needed to use one move to go down and then one free move to move over.
Aren't you already down?
That's this round is my movement down because I was at the laser at the start of this turn.
Oh. Well, and we've already passed your turn, so unless we're...
That's
what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I can move over and fire one of the missiles next turn. I don't know impact, and I'll do. I mean,
yeah. What I can do is I can offer combat relief because I can get down there to the bottom left room and everything like that. So if we want to free somebody else up to be able to,
I can brute force the missile and do a DC-16 to hit and try to chunk it for more. Because it does damage equal to its health, right? Which is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Although, if I miss that DC, then we'll probably die. Which would probably put a hamper in Steve's plans here. So that sounds like a bad idea. Either way.
Yeah.
We
don't necessarily need to maneuver this turn. We don't necessarily need to maneuver next turn. We need to be able to maneuver at least the turn after that, I think.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do for now, just to give us some options, is I'm going to go ahead and move to the blue weapons room, and then I'm going to use my acrobatics, which gives me a free maneuver on stairs. So I'm going to enter the kind of close to the door side of the blue reactor room.
All right. Just Steve, can we do something retroactively here? So I did stats wrong because I made this like 8 seconds before as we were in this thing. The roll should be over an 11 with that. The roll for transferring energy.
Okay, sure.
Okay, and those stats are correct. Sorry, I haven't been trying to do math.
And did you take 1 or 2?
2.
2.
Okay.
Okay, so now let me see if I can get the problem here. The problem is we're worried about this asteroid. Because we have 4 rounds. We're launching missiles next round is the deal, right? That's Sui's doing that?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to launch a missile next round, yeah.
You're only able to launch 1?
You can only launch 1 at a time, yeah.
So he's going to spend the next 2 rounds punching the missile button.
Does that help? Isn't the asteroid hit in 4? What's the point of punching the second missile?
Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything. The second one doesn't actually do anything.
It hits at the end of 4? Is that true?
Yeah, it's ticking down to 3 here, like right now, though. Right?
You have your free moves left, right, Sui?
Yeah.
Okay. Does the asteroid roll once for damage or roll 10 times for damage?
Very large cultist. It rolls once.
Okay, have we missed any rolls? Because I have a free reroll as one of my proficiencies. So
no, we haven't missed any attack rolls.
Okay, and okay, let's just try to survive this, guys. That seems like it'd be good.
That's your pep talk.
Yeah.
Well, I can restore 2 hull points after the battle. I think Filthy can restore 1 because he's got survival. So
okay, so in this count,
that's
the cultists have arrived, and it's top of the round. Okay, and we know that Sui's going to launch missiles this round, and the rest of us are going to go man guns and fight cultists.
We've got to trigger the center reactor 2 rounds in a row, I think.
Something I do interacts with that. Let me find it. Roll to generate or transfer power automatically succeed. Roll to generate power or transfer power to succeed. So I think I can do that with nature to generate and okay. It's
I can do
fucking
both,
complicated
I
tracking
think.
these. I just need a list. Like I don't need this. Like these pop-ups.
That's what
are killing me.
I wrote them all down on a piece
All right,
of tape.
I think actually, you know what I would really like right now? Let's cut the part here, and break here, and I'd like a second to prepare like kind of a list of what my fucking proficiencies do for me, so that I
All
can
right,
have
I
some
can
sense
just
of this.
list you a list too.
Okay, cool.
List you a list.
All
Maybe
right.
I should have done that
So
to begin with.
let's cut the part here,
Yeah.
and we'll continue in just a minute, where we decide if we can save ourselves from level 1 difficulty death. I mean, none of us play games for a living. It's not like we're any good at this. It's not like this is hard. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.